BB Dong, especially disgusting things like Huo Yu Hao, it wouldn't even be too much to castrate him. Chapter 214, The Snow Empress from the Far North calls him daddy. Old Huo, are you finding women again? The sounds of complaints and mockery rose and fell, one after another. Some people even felt that apart from finding women, was there anything Huo Yu Hao could actually do? Here comes another one calling him master, surely there won't be more later, right? Hey! There actually are more. Song Yi's sharp commentary on this side didn't stop at all. When it came to women, would Huo Yu Hao have fewer points to criticize? In the light screen. Before he had even warmed up with Nana, Wang Donger came storming over. Huo Yu Hao just went along with it in a daze to the clear sky sect. He changed maps, after all, so something must happen. Sure enough, as soon as they entered, the two big shots, Titan Giant Ape and Sky Azure Bull Python, looked at him like they were looking at a beggar at the door, sizing him up from head to toe, their faces clearly saying, just this. So what if they look down on you? You're an outsider, did you expect them to treat you like a son-in-law the moment you showed up? Wang Donger pulled a flashy move here, she secretly changed into women's clothing and ran out, pretending to be Wang Dong's sister. Huo Yu Hao's eyes went straight, thinking, this sister looks so much like Wang Dong, and she's even prettier than Wang Dong. Huo Yu Hao, my friend's sister is really beautiful. Wang Donger, is it possible that she is the same person? Next, Huo Yu Hao was taken to a special room. There was a bed in the room made of 10,000-year-cold ice jade marrow, and the ice-type energy was so dense it was about to overflow. Titan Giant Ape and Sky Azure Bull Python didn't say whether he could use it or not, they just left him there, the general implication being, just look, don't touch. And what happened? The few spirit beasts inside Huo Yu Hao were like they were on steroids. Boss, good stuff. Absorb it. Huo Yu Hao didn't say a word, sat right on the bed, and started absorbing the ice-type energy from it. Did they agree? And you just climbed up? Why didn't you ask who the bed was prepared for? What if they were saving it for themselves to lie on? I just can't figure it out, how thick-skinned can one be? You saw it was a treasure, you knew absorbing it would make you stronger, couldn't you just open your mouth and ask, can I use this? I've seen rude people, but I've never seen anyone this rude. Huo Yu Hao, what is politeness? Can it be eaten? Can it help one cultivate? What's even more extreme is that once he started absorbing, something big happened. The Snow Empress energy sealed inside his body was ignited, like adding fuel to a fire, and it looked like it was about to explode. If it exploded, the entire clear sky sect would be blown to the sky along with it. Huo Yu Hao panicked at this moment and started shouting, everyone, let's work hard together. Let's cheer on together, think of a way to stabilize it. Work hard, cheer on, why don't you come up with a solution instead? You made the mess yourself, made others help clean it up, and you're still shouting for them to cheer on. In the end, there was no choice, and Elder Electrolyte stepped out. Burning his last bit of divine soul, he turned the Snow Empress into a soul spirit, and he himself ended up with his soul flying away and spirit scattering. Electrolux, the thing I regret most in my life is taking you as my disciple. Cleaning up after this guy every day, from the Duluo continent to the God realm, and in the end, he cleaned himself out of existence. Logically speaking, it was already good that the Snow Empress survived. But the problem came, she lost her memory. Losing memory was fine, after all, it was a major operation, which was understandable. But this former Queen of Ice and Snow, the dominator of the Far North, opened her eyes and saw Huo Yu Hao. What was her first sentence? Daddy. Opening square bracket question mark closing square bracket. Snow Empress calls him Daddy. Huo Yu Hao, what is wrong with you? Earlier Nana called him Master, now the Snow Empress calls him Daddy. You are trying to collect a full set of family titles, right? Some say this wasn't Huo Yu Hao's initiative, it was they themselves who wanted to call him that. Oh my, why don't you refuse? Is it hard to say, don't call me daddy, just call me brother? If you don't say it, doesn't that mean you tacitly approve? And doesn't tacit approval mean you like it? Who doesn't know what little schemes are in your heart? Saying you are devoted with your mouth, but your body is quite honest. Count these women around Huo Yu Hao. Ma Xiaotao is his big sister, Juzi is his little sister, Nana calls him Master, Snow Empress calls him Daddy. Good heavens, he has collected all the titles from a family soap opera. Big sister, little sister, master, daddy, are you trying to host a family party or what? And you still have the nerve to say you're devoted every day. Is your devotion just letting these women line up to be your relatives? If Wang Donger knew about this, she would probably go crazy. I brought you back to my maiden home to see my elders, and you, on the other hand, adopted a foster daughter here. I suggest Huo Yuhao change his name to Huo Stamp Collector, specializing in collecting all kinds of titles. Today she calls you Daddy, what will she call you tomorrow? Grandpa. Eternal Angel, no way, the Master part just ended. And here comes another one calling him Daddy. Eternal Angel, this Huo Yuhao. Can he be disgusting to this extent? Du Guyan, I'm dying of laughter, and there's also this bed. Du Guyan, they brought you into the room, they didn't tell you to use the bed, right? Huo Yuhao's skin is really thicker than a city wall corner. Bing Bing is polite, the key is that he is still righteous about it. The moment he sensed the treasure, he lay on it without a word. If this were my bed, I would have kicked him out long ago. Bibi Dong is a powerhouse, he doesn't even understand the most basic rules. Taking without asking is stealing, what is the difference between this and theft? Calm and composed, actually, it's understandable, seeing a treasure makes one's heart move. But understanding is one thing, this action is indeed not very decent. Hot girl, the funniest part is what happened next. You caused trouble, right? You blew up the Snow Empress's energy, couldn't handle it yourself, and only knew how to shout. Everyone worked hard together, what did you work hard on? You still relied on your teacher to clean up the mess. Needle-tailed Swift Electrolux is really miserable, cleaning up messes for this disciple every day, and in the end, he cleaned himself out of existence. I am an orphan, I just want to ask one thing, Huo Yuhao, do you have any conscience? Your teacher's soul flying away and spirit scattering for you, and you are just so at ease. Auspicious snow in the forest, the funnier part is still to come. The Snow Empress lost her memory and called him Daddy right away. This plot is even more outrageous than the stories I write. Du Guyan, Master, Sister, Big Sister, and now another Daddy. Huo Yuhao, you've collected quite a complete set of titles. Bing Bing is polite, he just agrees when they call him that. Can't he say, don't call me that? He must be secretly happy in his heart. Bibi Dong saying he is devoted with his mouth, but the beauties around him have never stopped. What kind of devotion is that? Calm and composed, to be fair, Juzi, Ma Xiao Tao, Nana, Snow Empress. This lineup is indeed a bit spectacular. Chapter 215, using the orphan identity to play the victim again. Did Wang Chuer fall for it just like that? Hot girl, what's so spectacular about it? It's just a hoarding habit. And he acts all innocent, saying, it wasn't me who asked them to call out, well, you could have just refused. Needle-tailed Swift, maybe she enjoys that feeling of being forced to accept it. I am an orphan anyway, I've figured it out. Huo Yuhao is thick-skinned, loves to cause trouble, and likes to play innocent. It's just his luck that there's always someone to clean up his messes. Auspicious snow in the forest, accurate summary. I suggest changing his name to Huo, truly, thick-skinned Yuhao. Du Guyan, the most crucial part is that he eventually created the soul spirit system. Who can you even reason with about that? Bing Bing is polite, that's why thick-skinned people often achieve great things, but that doesn't stop us from roasting him. Du Luo Tuera. Outside the Shrek Academy dormitory. Wang Donger stared at the light screen, her face turning pale and then livid. Quote. Snow Empress, he turned the Snow Empress into a daughter. Tanga counted on her fingers nearby. Ma Xiao Tao, Juzi, Nana, Snow Empress, and that's not even counting Wang Chuer later on. Enough. Wang Donger interrupted her, her voice dry. So this is the person I'm supposed to follow in the future. She let out a laugh, but there was no mirth in it. Entangled with so many women, and then you tell me this is called deep affection. This is called pure love. Xiao Xiao whispered, maybe there's some misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? Wang Donger turned to look at her. Isn't it clear enough on the light screen? One after another, and there are two more waiting. In this life, I, Wang Donger, have to share a man with so many people. She bit down hard on the word, share. Tanga sighed. Donger, I know you're hurting. But honestly, it's good that we know now. At least we see him for who he is. See him for who he is. Wang Donger repeated those words. I see him clearly enough. His strength is high, but when it comes to feelings, he takes anyone who comes his way. I wouldn't even want a man like this if he were gifted to me, I'd find him dirty. She looked up at the light screen, her eyes filled with nothing but exhaustion and disgust. Quote. Keep watching. Anyway, in this life, it's impossible for me to be with him. Duluo Iera. Beneath the lake of life. Amidst the golden halo, the auspicious beast stood alone. The voice on the light screen continued, but she could no longer listen. Disgusting. She spat out the word, as if spitting out a piece of rotten meat. I will like this kind of person in the future. She walked a half circle in place, her tail flicking irritably. Always surrounded by women, this one and that one, is he trying to cultivate or start a harem? She stopped and stared up at a spot in the void realm. Quote. Tang-san, this is all your scheme, right? Her voice was filled with suppressed anger. Fine, you're powerful, you can arrange fate. But I don't believe in that. She raised her paw and looked at her sharp claws. Now I know, I've seen who he is, seen what he's like. Next time we meet, I'll kill him directly. She paused, a trace of genuine confusion appearing in her tone. Quote. But why would I like him? There must be a beginning, right? There must be something, right? She looked back at the light screen. I want to see exactly how my future self went blind. The auspicious beast continued to watch the light screen, thinking, it should be time for her future self to appear, right? It couldn't possibly be that there are even more women, could it? And indeed, it was Wang Choer's turn now. On the light screen. Let's just say, is Huo Yuhao's luck with women entirely sustained by metaphysics? He just finished putting on a show at the Clear Sky sect, and then returned to Shrek Academy. Fine, the couple was finally about to have a happy ending. And guess what? A knockoff fell from the sky. Even the heavens don't want to see you two have a peaceful time. The most ridiculous part is how this knockoff came to be. The auspicious beast of the Stardow Great Forest, the three-eyed golden lion, the crown prince of the spirit beast world. The lifeblood carrying the luck of the entire race, just because she took a look at the human world through Huo Yuhao's memories, thought, wow, how exciting, and then transformed into a human. What kind of brain-dead reason is this? Your tens of thousands of years of life aren't worth anything. You don't care about the future of the spirit beast race. Just to see some human drama, you turned yourself into a short-lived creature. 10,000 years ago, when Xiaowu transformed, at least it was for repaying kindness and love. If you told this reason to anyone, even Tang Jia Sanxiao would call you an expert. Fine, you want to transform, go ahead. You want to pick a face, go ahead. But what's the point of copying Wang Donger's appearance? Did you ask the original owner? Did you pay for the copyright? You two aren't related at all, and you just copy her entire look. Isn't that just pure infringement of portrait rights? What's even funnier is that this knockoff sister, wearing Wang Donger's face, named herself Wang Chuer and swaggered right into Shrek Academy. Wang Donger had just established a relationship with Huo Yuhao, and then turns around to see a woman exactly like herself hovering around every day. Could she have a good expression? Wang Chuer actually had the nerve to ask, why doesn't Wang Donger like me? You ask why she doesn't like you. You used her face, why should she like you? She looks in the mirror in the morning thinking it's herself, but then turns her head to find a knockoff. Who wouldn't be disgusted? You aren't her long-lost sister, yet you just steal her face, and you expect her to welcome you with gongs and drums. Are you crazy? Alright, that's not even the end of it. The two got stuck in the Stardow Great Forest for a while due to an accident. At first, Wang Chuer only felt so-so about Huo Yuhao, at most a little curious. But Huo Yuhao saw the opportunity, and pulled out his old routine. First, take out a pancake. Wang Chuer didn't eat it, so Huo Yuhao rolled his eyes and unleashed his second move. Do you know, I am an orphan. I had such a miserable childhood, no father or mother, and he went on and on playing the victim. Good heavens, after hearing that, Wang Chuer's eyes immediately changed. She went from a cold auspicious beast to a gentle big sister, and her favorability shot up. Oh heavens, oh earth, how many is this now? Huo Yuhao, did you carve your orphan status onto a business card? Do you hand one out to every woman you meet? Every time you meet a woman, you pour your heart out about your past as an orphan. Are you truly self-reliant, or have you turned playing the victim into a secret manual for picking up girls? Eating food, and using the orphan identity to play the victim. Wang Chuer, you too. You are a spirit beast, auspicious beast that has lived for tens of thousands of years. What kind of storms haven't you seen? And yet you were moved to tears by a human brat saying, I didn't have food to eat when I was little. Have all your tens of thousands of years of Tao gone to the dogs? All these years of cultivate, and it didn't help your intelligence at all. Chapter 216, Huo Yuner breaks down. Yuhao, are you using mom as bait? Following this logic, guys who can't find a partner are in luck. Just send your parents away, make yourself an orphan, and then tell everyone how miserable you are. Wouldn't that let you attract girls easily? Isn't that absurd? One dares to sell misery, the other dares to buy it. When these two get together, it truly makes Wang Donger silent and Bebe weep. Huo Yuhao, are you out of tricks for picking up girls? Aside from pancakes and your orphan status, can you come up with something new? The most miserable one is Wang Donger. She's being a perfectly good girlfriend, and suddenly a copycat exactly like her pops up. And this copycat even starts obsessing over her boyfriend. What kind of situation is this? Just because she looks like me, I have to pay for the knockoff. So, this whole thing reeks of weirdness from start to finish. The auspicious beast of the spirit beast world must have lost its mind, choosing the most ridiculous reason to transform. After transforming, it chose the most annoying template for its face. And falling in love because of the most cliched, misery sale, routine. With all these things combined, it would be strange if it didn't result in some melodramatic plot. You don't even need to think about what happens next, one original, one copycat, same face. Won't that silly kid who owe you how be caught in the middle, torn between them? Serves him right. Who told you to use your orphan status to seek attention every day? Well, now you've summoned a copycat lover, and you're in for it. Frankly speaking, Wang Choer's actions are just like those internet celebrities these days. Seeing someone else get popular, they get plastic surgery to look like them, and then try to ride their coattails. The problem is, will the original person be happy? Won't the original person's boyfriend take a few extra looks? In the end, it's a total mess, and you only have yourself to blame for being brainless in the first place. Guo Yuhao is the same. If you just change the way you interact with girls, you wouldn't have to use the same trick every time. Don't you know that the food plus orphan combo gets old after a while? An auspicious beast like Wang Chuer who hasn't seen the world in 10,000 years might fall for it, but anyone else would have rolled their eyes long ago. Fine, the plot is the plot, same face, same routine. One dares to copy, one dares to accept the copy, a perfect match. It's just pitiful for Wang Donger, whose perfectly good romance turned into a third-rate soap opera, and she has to face her own knockoff version every day. How big must that psychological trauma be? I can only say, the average IQ in Duluo continent really knows how to leave people speechless. The auspicious beast transforms without a brain, Huo Yuhao picks up girls without changing his moves, and Wang Chuer falls in love without a reason. Put these three together, and it would be a disservice to the setting if it weren't melodramatic. If the characters in Duluo I were just a little stupid and brainless, then these characters in Duluo Dalui are truly inferior even to the mentally challenged. That's right, Xiaowu had a reason for transforming. You damn auspicious beast, you carry the luck of all spirit beasts, why are you transforming? Just like Ian next door, neither of you takes any responsibility for your kin, right? Huo Yuhao is even more speechless and disgusting, he can only rely on selling misery and saying he is an orphan to gain Wang Choer's affection. You talk about being an orphan every single day, is this how you respect your mother? Are you afraid people won't know your mother died miserably? Song Yi commented, feeling helpless, and truly wanted to throw up. The other female characters watching felt the same disgust, which was hard to put into words. Du Guyan, I'm dying of laughter. The auspicious beast transformed just to see the scenery. Do you think you signed up for a senior citizens tour group? Bing Bing is polite, the key is, how many years can you live after seeing it? Trading tens of thousands of years for a few years, was this math taught by a spirit beast? BB Dong, utterly stupid. An auspicious beast carrying luck has this level of awareness. It's a miracle the spirit beast clan hasn't been ruined by you bunch of love-struck idiots. Calm and composed, you stole someone else's face and still have the nerve to ask why they don't like you. Wang Chuer, are you truly shameless or just pretending? Hot girl Wang Donger seeing a knockoff wandering around every day, it's a testament to her good temper that she didn't tear you apart on the spot. Needle-tailed swift Huo Yuhao is at it again. I am an orphan, I am so miserable, I've almost memorized this line. I am an orphan, can you stop riding our coattails? We orphans won't take the blame for this. Who talks about this every single day? Goddess of light, you're moved just by being handed a pancake. If you feed a stray cat on the side of the road, are you going to marry the cat? Goose Feather Snow, Wang Choer's affection is too cheap, isn't it? You fall for him just after hearing his life story. Do you think this is a dating show? The only princess, do you understand portrait rights? You use my face to seduce my boyfriend and expect me to give you a like. Du Guyan, the most extreme part is Huo Yuhao. Every time he meets a woman, he pulls out his orphan card, like he's applying for welfare. Bing Bing is polite, if that's the case, should those wanting a partner send their parents away first? What kind of idiotic logic is that? BB Dong, two brainless people getting together, it's actually a good match. Calm and composed, one gives up eternal life to see the scenery, the other relies on selling misery to trick girls. I've already thought of a name for this duo, Wolong and Fengchu. Hot girl, don't insult Wolong and Fengchu, these two are at best just a pair of idiots. Duluo Iera. Under the lake of life. The auspicious beast's face was disgusted to the extreme, as if she had eaten a pile of dung. Watching the sharp critiques on the light screen, she couldn't hold back anymore. What the hell is this? How could I possibly eat a pancake, hear this Huo Yuhao say he is an orphan, feel pity for him, and then develop feelings for him? Am I brain damaged? I've lived for so many years, haven't I seen a few orphans before? Why don't I pity others, but only pity this Huo Yu Hao? Damn it, this must be Tang San's scheme for the future. It's that Tang Wedong's divine sense that influenced me. Alright, you Huo Yu Hao, anyway, the same words stand, I will kill you. And I will absolutely not go out of the Stardew Great Forest. Let's see how you scheme against me. The auspicious beast grumbled while angrily watching the light screen. In the special space. Huo Yun'er watched the content on the light screen, feeling very uncomfortable and in pain. Yu Hao, are you really like this? Every time you meet a girl, you have to talk about mom. Is mom really just a means for you to attract girls? Thinking about how she had died so miserably, she originally didn't want anyone to know. But her own son keeps talking about being an orphan every day. As a mother, how could Huo Yun'er feel comfortable hearing these words? If it weren't for the fact that this was her son, and that she had indeed died, she would have felt like he was cursing her. Thinking of this, Huo Yun'er sighed helplessly and continued to watch the content on the light screen. Chapter 217, Drinking Spring Water to Pick an Immortal Herb. Thinking you were devoted, isn't this just brain dead? Inside the light screen. Continuing, in the Stardew Great Forest segment, after hearing this, Wang Chuer indeed developed feelings for Huo Yu Hao. Up to this point, it's actually still normal. Who doesn't have a bit of sympathy? But what happens next is outrageous. Wang Chuer eats a sesame pancake and leaves half of it. Huo Yu Hao, moved by his own storytelling, just takes it and eats it. Snatching the girl's leftover pancake, this move is already enough to make one's toes curl in embarrassment. What's even crazier is the follow-up. Wang Chuer grabs the pancake back and eats it. Then Huo Yu Hao looks at the pancake and actually thinks, does this count as Wang Chuer and I swallowing each other's saliva? Opening square bracket ? Buddy, is your brain okay? Didn't you snatch her pancake first? Weren't you the one who actively ate her saliva? Now you're secretly thrilled, thinking this is a signal of intimacy. This makes one recall his previous dark history. When he had accidental intimate contact with Ma Xiaotao, he was thinking about that kind of thing. Later, when he developed mutual feelings with Orange, he thought he liked her too. Now he can even fantasize about the romance of swapping saliva just from snatching a pancake. Huo Yu Hao, are you a walking heat cycle? Can you associate every woman you see with this? The most crucial issue is this, Wang Dong'er is your girlfriend. Your official girlfriend, the kind where the relationship is confirmed. Someone who is already taken, yet spends every day thinking about, and direct kissing, with other girls. You call dwelling on these sleazy details devotion. This is called eating from the bowl while eyeing what's in the pot. This is called being a reserve for emotional cheating. Just based on this content, whoever claims Huo Yu Hao is devoted in the future, just slap these things on them for them to see. Let's talk about the later iconic scene. This time, it interprets the words, no brain, to the fullest. That is, the time at the Ice and Fire Yin Yang well, when Huo Yu Hao accidentally saw the letter left by the Sky Azure Bull Python. The letter said that Wang Dong'er has a hidden illness that can only be cured by the yearning heartbroken red from the Ice and Fire Yin Yang well. Wanting to save his girlfriend, this starting point is absolutely correct. Any normal person would do this. But Huo Yu Hao's subsequent actions make one suspect he failed reading comprehension. The letter clearly stated that Wang Dong'er's illness won't flare up for at least several years. She is completely fine for these years. Several years, not several days. Yet after reading the letter, Huo Yu Hao goes straight crazy. Without a word, without telling anyone, not even his girlfriend. He bolts for the Ice and Fire Yin Yang well, playing hide and seek with Wang Chuer. Everyone at Shrek Academy is looking for him like crazy. Do you know how anxious Wang Dong'er is? Have you considered that, playing ghost without saying a word, is this what an adult should do? Arriving at the Ice and Fire Yin Yang well, after finally passing the trial and being able to pick the flower, he discovers he has the ultimate ice attribute, and the heart blood he spits out is frozen, unable to fuse with the yearning heartbroken red. A normal person's train of thought, there are still several years, slowly think of ways to suppress the attribute or find other methods. Huo Yu Hao's train of thought, I'll drink that boiling spring water. Melt the ice attribute, that way, the blood will be hot. What is the price? He will die on the spot. One life for one flower. Can we use our brains? If you die, who will deliver the picked flower back? Will Wang Dong'er believe what this flower is for? Will she obediently take the medicine? Even if she believes it and knows you died for her, can she live on alone? Won't she have to commit suicide for love on the spot? Are you saving someone or dragging your girlfriend to die with you? Not to mention the revenge for your mother that you keep on your lips every day. Not taking revenge for your own mother anymore. Not wanting your life's goals anymore. For an illness that won't flare up for several years, for a girlfriend you haven't even married yet, you just go and kill yourself. Is this called devotion? This is called having the foolishness, but not the love. This is called insane love. Love with water in the brain. Who owe you how? Oh, who owe you how? You really need to grow some sense. I've seen stupid people, but I've never seen anyone this stupid. Who doesn't calm down and think for a while when encountering an issue? Only you are rushing to commit suicide, right? Using this method to shape a devoted persona really makes one want to vomit just looking at it. Duguyan, damn, I really want to vomit after watching this part. Duguyan snatching someone's pancake to eat, and then fantasizing about swabbing saliva after eating it. Duguyan, aren't you disgusting? Bing Bing is polite indeed, this is no longer just a problem of low emotional intelligence. Bing Bing is polite keeping one in your heart, while fantasizing about another in your head. BB Dong, hey, is this what is called devotion? BB Dong accidental with Ma Xiao Tao, feelings for Orange, and now ambiguous with Wang Chuer. Calm and composed, the most outrageous thing is, he still thinks he's super pure, right? Calm and composed eating from the bowl while eyeing the pot, and adding drama to himself. Hot girl, any normal man wouldn't fantasize about such details. Hot girl and swallowing saliva. I'm gonna puke. Needle-tailed Swift, what's even crazier is the yearning heartbroken red later. Needle-tailed Swift, Wang Donger's illness still has several years to go, what's the rush? I am an orphan, is something wrong with his brain? I am an orphan just jumping straight to trading one life for another. Auspicious snow in the forest, exactly, can't you wait a few years, control the ultimate ice, and then go? Auspicious snow in the forest, do you have to choose the most extreme method? Duguyan, and if you die, can Wang Donger live alone? Duguyan, when she commits suicide for love following you, you've saved nothing. Bing Bing is polite to put it plainly, it's just self-move. Bing Bing is polite thinking he's super great, but in reality, he didn't use his brain at all. BB Dong, extremely stupid. BB Dong, as a man, he doesn't even have the most basic calmness and responsibility. Calm and composed, and what about the revenge for his mother? Calm and composed before, he was shouting about revenge every day, and now he's just going to kill himself for his wife. Hot girl got a wife and forgot his mother, right? Hot girl, what kind of persona is this? It can't even stand up. Needle-tailed Swift, the part with Wang Chuer is sleazy. Needle-tailed Swift, the part with Wang Donger is stupid. I am an orphan, sigh. As an orphan too, I'm embarrassed for him. I am an orphan, stay away from this kind of person in the future, afraid of catching it. Auspicious snow in the forest, alright, stop scolding. Auspicious snow in the forest, if I keep watching, I'm afraid my blood pressure won't be able to stay down. Chapter 218, Bombing Mingdu, Harming Civilians, who owe the protagonist classic shameless move. Duluo Tuera. Outside the Shrek Academy dorms. Wang Donger stared at the light screen, her face livid. Is he sick in the head? Wang Donger's voice wasn't loud, but it was cold enough to freeze. Xiao Xiao turned to look at her, wanting to speak but hesitating. Wang Donger pointed at the light screen, her fingers trembling. Huo Yuhao, to save me, ran off to drink water from that ice and fire Yin Yang well and almost died. What is inside his brain? Tang Ya frowned. He was trying to save you too. Trying to save me, Wang Donger cut her off directly. Did I ask him to save me? Was that damn illness going to kill me right now? There was still so much time, couldn't he have thought of other ways? Instead, he just went and pushed himself to the brink of death. Xiao Xiao whispered, maybe he just cares about you too much. Cares about me, Wang Donger sneered. What does he care about regarding me? He probably just cares about how devoted he thinks he is. He thinks he's so great, so moving, giving up his life for the woman he loves. Does he think he's quite charming, too? Tanya and Xiao Xiao exchanged a look, saying nothing. Wang Donger continued. If I were his mother, seeing my son throw away his own mother's revenge for a woman, I would be the first one to feel cold-hearted. Raising him all these years, only to raise someone like this. Tanya nodded. Now that you mention it, indeed. He's always remembered his mother's affairs, but when it came to the critical moment, he just threw it away. Exactly, Wang Donger spread her hands. He gave up his life for me, am I supposed to be moved to tears? But I'm not moved at all, I just think this person is too terrifying. Xiao Xiao asked, terrifying? Wang Donger looked at her. Think about it, if I were ever really with him, he'd die for me today, go crazy for me tomorrow, and who knows what he'd do the day after. Being this extreme every day, who could stand it? As she spoke, she shivered, rubbing her arms. Forget it, Wang Dong'er waved her hand, looking disgusted. Whoever wants this kind of man can have him. I, for one, can't stand it. ... In the special space. Huo Yun'er stood in the chaos, looking at the scathing critique on the light screen, watching everything inside, and remained silent for a long time. After a long while, she sighed. Yu Hao. Her voice was very soft, so soft it was as if she were afraid of waking someone up. Do you really belittle yourself like this? Huo Yun'er closed her eyes, then opened them again. Mother knows you like that girl. Mother also knows what it feels like to like someone. But Yu Hao, if you like someone, do you have to throw your life away? She looked at the blurry figure in the coffin. That girl's illness isn't going to flare up tomorrow. There is still so much time, couldn't you think of other ways? Did you have to choose the stupidest path? Huo Yun'er's voice began to tremble. Have you forgotten your mother's revenge? You always said you wanted to avenge your mother. Mother heard you and felt warm inside. But Yu Hao, how could you forget your mother's revenge completely over something like this? How could you throw everything away for one person? She lowered her head. Mother is disappointed. These 3 words were spoken very softly, yet they carried great weight. Mother isn't forbidding you from liking someone. Mother just doesn't understand, how can you be so careless with yourself? This life of yours is one I gave birth to by risking my own. And you just waste it like this. Huo Yun'er lifted her head, looking at the coffin, her eyes red. Yu Hao, are you really, like what they say? She waited for no answer. Huo Yun'er sighed helplessly, she truly felt a sense of having a son who forgot his mother, and for the first time, she felt some disappointment in her child. She could only continue to watch the light screen and see what followed. In the light screen. Huo Yu Hao, this person, has purely lived as the ceiling of double standards. While keeping affection on his lips, he is physically feeding his girlfriend blades. After the Ice and Fire Yin Yang Well incident, it's back to other plotlines. As part of the Duoluo Continent series, what else could it be? Naturally, it's off to compete again. Thus, Huo Yu Hao leads the team, and the group begins participating in the Continent Spirit Master Tournament for the 2nd time. As for the content of the tournament, of course, it's Huo the protagonist constantly performing martial soul fusion skill with Wang Dong'er and Wang Chuer, cheating all the way. Cheating is one thing, the key is that this Huo Yu Hao can also perform martial soul fusion skill with Wang Chuer. That scene with the martial soul fusion skill with Wang Chuer is practically a textbook demonstration of a scumbag's behavior. The setup is there. What does a martial soul fusion skill require? It requires the souls of 2 people to resonate, their hearts to be completely in sync. In plain terms, it means the souls of the 2 people have to hug and dance cheek to cheek. And yet, Huo Yu Hao, performed a cheek-to-cheek soul dance with Wang Chuer in front of everyone. Wang Dong'er sat under the stage, watching with her own eyes as her boyfriend was, in tune, with another woman. How is this any different from cheating in public? The difference is that it was wrapped in the guise of a competition, making it even more disgusting. I ask you, Huo Yu Hao, can you have some shame? Your pure love persona has crumbled to dust, and you're still there pretending to be affectionate. What kind of evil did Wang Dong'er do in her past life to end up with a performer-type boyfriend like you? And after the tournament, an even more shameless move came. To be precise, the tournament hadn't even finished, the finals weren't over yet. But regardless, while competing, Huo Yu Hao and the others discovered an armory of the Sun Moon Empire. Huo Yu Hao slapped his forehead and decided to blow up the Sun Moon Empire's armory. What was the reason? The reason was, they might invade us in the future. I laughed out loud after hearing that. If that logic holds, I'll go smash my neighbor's house tomorrow, with the reason being, he might steal my rice in the future. The problem is, did the Sun Moon Empire provoke you? They were doing research and building weapons on their own territory, they didn't hit you or scold you.